So best exercise for autism. Honestly, I think it's not necessarily an exercise. I think it's about making it fun and trying to get them to engage in different activities that they might not necessarily be used to, but then kind of expanding that as they go.
Fitness doesn't discriminate for anybody, right? So
Yes.
fitness for everybody is just about building strength, building coordination, even, right?
Yeah.
But depending on the case, it can be disguising it in more fun activities as well, right? And again, the most important thing is to make sure that you're having fun.
That's the main thing. As long as it aligns with their goals, I think you can't really go wrong. But main thing is making it fun, and then just slowly building it into some form of strength training. Because I do think that is important. Especially because we want. I reckon the foundation has to be some version of strength, even if it's just body weighted strength. And then it kind of transfers over to everything else.
Yeah, definitely. And people with autism usually will have lower muscle tone as well, right? So it is important to make sure that you're incorporating more strength training into their sessions as well, right? Because it's all about quality of life, right?
Yes.
So, that's what we're trying to do as PTs, I guess, right?
So I have got a client. She was actually my first client here, and she came to me. She had a brain injury when she was 9 years old. So I, as a PT, I was unsure how to approach her, but I did my own research, and with her, I built a really good rapport, and I was able to help her go from an unassisted squat to now squatting with 10 kilos. She is killing it. She's still with me, so she's been with me for almost a year now. But she just keeps kicking goals. When I first met her, she constantly tripped over herself, constantly injured herself, and I can now say she hasn't injured herself outside of, at all. She hasn't tripped over, she hasn't done anything. Her motor skills have improved tenfold.
I think when it comes to especially people with challenges that they're trying to overcome as well, this can be, or in the gym environment, can be a very intimidating environment for them to step into. So you got to make sure that it's a very welcoming environment, very beginner friendly as well, right? And incorporating, I had a client that started off, he was nonverbal, and he, for the first few sessions, it was just more about building a rapport more than anything, right? And just building a connection. And then from there, it was really easy to incorporate exercises that were beneficial for his strength building and for coordination, things like that as well, right? And he was having so much fun in the sessions, right? But at first, it was just definitely about building that rapport, and then it was really easy to build on the sessions from there.
I think it's very important with rapport, especially for people with autism. They have to trust you in order to train with you. Especially as well as the family. The family has to trust you. The family has to, it's almost like you have to win over the family first. And so I've had a client who, he's 11 years old, and he comes up with the funniest things. He turned around and I was like, okay, you've been training with me for the last 6-7 months now. What have you learned? And he's like, I have learnt resilience. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I wouldn't have thought an 11-year-old would say that. But he's like, when I see a challenge now, I can overcome that. And I know I can overcome that.
Like,
wow.
Especially massively, especially again for those clients that struggle with a disability potentially, right? It's a lot of it's just about character development skills, like building confidence, discipline, those sort of things as well, right? And those things just naturally happen when you come into the session. And as PTs, we're just just trying to enjoy the session with them. And I think that's what makes a good PT, right? Is someone that just genuinely cares about improving the client's lifestyle as well, right? And those things definitely relate. You've seen so many situations where you're starting with a client, they're obviously very nervous and can find it very intimidating to step into the gym environment. Like I said before, fitness doesn't discriminate, so it's about creating an environment that they feel really comfortable in, for sure as well. And fitness is genuinely for everybody as well, right? It doesn't matter what disability you have. Fitness will improve everybody's lifestyle, and that's a certainty, right? You know what I mean? So
I find that most people who struggle with disability, they find it hard to, you know, be in a normal gym, do normal sports and stuff like that. But if they come into a gym where they feel empowered, they feel like they're progressing, then they have a lot more confidence when they go out into their sport, into their social life as well. And so I think within the gym, it's not necessarily just about building the body, building, reps and sets and all this sort of stuff. I think it's about building that self-confidence and building up that, resilience, I suppose.
Yeah, being able to incorporate those life lessons
Yes.
into outside experiences. Yeah.